This segment is sponsored by Rebath. More and more people as they age want to stay in their homes, and by making a few modifications, they can often do that. Donald Lynch is here from Rebath to talk about making changes in the bathroom to make that space more accessible. Good to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Catherine.
People do. They want to stay in their homes, but it is fairly easy to make adaptations, especially in the bathroom, the place where they start every day.
Absolutely.
Make it a safe space.
Yeah, it's you know, again, on the topic of aging in place, it's one of the first dominoes that has to fall, really, isn't it, is the bathroom space, you know. Unfortunately, we all have to wash ourselves frequently, so, you know, we've got to make it a situation where it's easy for the homeowner to do so, you know. And
the first thing is that tub to shower conversion. Take out that bathtub with that big step over and get them in there.
That's a massive part of it. Obviously, you know, we've done quite dramatic transformations, you know, where we have to widen doorways, considerate of chairs and, you know, heightened vanities and things like that, you know, more slip-resistant floor options. But again, you know, on the topic of that first domino to fall, it usually is that tub to shower conversion. You know, just decking that space out in a way where, you know, regardless of accessibility needs or how dramatic those needs are, curating each individual one to what the homeowner needs. There's no kind of one-size-fits-all approach with it.
But I've seen some interesting projects that you guys have done with a fold-down chair, so if somebody needs to be seated during the shower, or grab bars. What else do you do to put in to adapt the space?
Yeah, and again, the grab bars are the first thing that you think of in terms of security, whether it be what you have accessible, you know, getting in and out versus, you know, again, you refer to the chair having a grab bar from that reachable position to help you get in and out of the chair. The fold-down seats are massive for us as well, because if it's not being used, it's flipped up, it's out of the way, it's not occupying any space, and then it's there for you as you need. But in terms of other details, we tend to think about the things that, you know, not everyone does, as far as, you know, like a handheld capacity for your shower head now, for example.
Yeah.
That if you are in a seated position or even assisted showering, that you have something that can come down and be used as a wand. Again, with the consideration of a hose that is long enough to be able to maneuver around comfortably through the shower. And whether your docking opportunity, so as you hang your shower head, whether that be in that main position, or oftentimes what we'll do is hang an additional dock at a point that's closer to the chair, so people aren't having to constantly get up and down to grab that handheld in.
We're looking at photographs now of a before and after, a bathroom that was done. This was the goal, was accessibility, and they've done all the things that you described. Do you sometimes in the consultation process have to get people to look beyond the today, to look further down the road a little bit, to know what their needs are going to be?
Absolutely do, and it's not always an easy conversation either, you know, but no, I always do, because again, it's very often people are doing this strictly with the motivation of aging in place. Sometimes people might just want a tub to shower conversion, again, with that, you know, they might be doing it for aesthetic purposes, or they might be thinking many years down the line. But while we're doing it, you know, I urge them, all right, let's make these considerations now so that it's done once and it's done right. Now, again, we can always kind of set it up where we have the opportunity to come back and hang seats and additional grab bars in the future too, by putting additional blocking in the wall. But it's nice to get all those things, you know, done at once before it's absolutely necessary and before it's too late.
Yeah, that design consultation gives people a chance to envision, with your help, create a vision for the space, and also look at the products. And you have a really great array of the very latest products.
We really do. Again, we pride ourselves on that. And again, the fact is, like, this is all we do. So we're constantly innovating, constantly moving the needle, whether it be in terms of the colors, the design aspects, the tile patterns, and so on. But our goal is to come in home, make it as pain-free on the homeowner as possible, navigate through that product selection, try and pull from the overall theme of what they're trying to do, and make the necessary recommendations as well, without necessarily opening up the entire playbook, but starting to funnel options towards them so that they know, okay, these will be the best fit for these boxes that we're trying to tick, and assisting them in that overall design process, curating it to being exactly what they want it to be.
All right. Well, if you'd like your bathroom to look exactly the way you want it to be, schedule a free in-home design consultation. Call the number on the screen, 616-259-0423, or go to rebath.com. You may also visit their showroom at 3114 Broadmoor Avenue Southeast in Grand Rapids. Thank you, Donald.
Thanks.